Welcome to the Plead the 5th podcast, recorded in the Bullhucker studio.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Plead the 5th podcast, recorded here at Bullhucker Studio in the bowels of the Brush Emporium, 210 Clayton Street. In this episode, we have a couple of sisters coming on. Amy, Holt, and Kelly Paris come on and they answer 12 questions apiece about anything from where they'd go in time to see their favorite concert to their favorite coworker and everything in between. If you enjoyed this podcast on YouTube, on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, there's a little red dot. That's our subscribe button, man. Please make sure you click that. It's a small click for you, but a big click for us. And if you like it, and if you do like this, share it with your friends, man. We appreciate it. Now, time for the podcast. Enjoy. All right, you ready? Thank you guys for coming in, though. It's exciting to finally get the other sister on, Kelly. I'm going to give this like your 10th time on this podcast, right?
I love this. I love it, though. And yes, we've been asking her only for like 3 years now, right? Something like that.
Double trouble. You're going to do awesome. Because you seem to be the mean one, so I'm just going to say that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you the mean one? No. Are you the lover? You're the hater? Is that what it is?
Not even close.
No?
Yeah, I think it depends on who you ask, really.
Really? Who's the tougher one?
I'm the one with the scars.
Oh, really?
Just kidding. I don't know.
Did you get new ink?
Yeah, actually, it's just like starting to heal up a little bit.
What else did you get? What'd you get?
So I'm working on, because it's music for me, of course, and it always has been. So I've got some logos of some of my favorite bands. Ice Nine Kills, Non-Point, From Ashes to New, Amity Affliction, Motionless in White, Black Veil Brides, Parkway Drive.
Nice.
They didn't get to Adelita's Way.
No,
but it was supposed to be over here. I also got a throw to the Rob Nash Project, which it says, if you're reading this. It's a really great documentary.
It's ironic because when we were on our little chat to figure this out, sometimes I just like type shit in, I don't check it, and I said something like getting tattooed.
I was like, hey,
the irony.
So I did go in for this tattoo literally like the next day.
Really?
Yeah.
I was watching Ink Master because I can't stop watching that show.
Yes.
And that's why I'm watching it, texting you two, and then I just offered to tattoo one of them. I realized. So
I'll take free. We're gonna be alive and tattooed, not dead.
Yeah. Died.
Autocorrect.
Yeah. And then
that work for you? No, I'd rather be alive. Thanks.
And I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed for these two talking shit. That's what.
Weirdos.
Yeah.
Good night, Larry.
Yep. You guys ready to start answering some questions?
Yes, let's do this.
Let's do this. So I'm gonna ask you first, Kelly. Are you good with that?
Yeah, I'm into it.
You're the veteran. All right.
Go.
Kelly, what advice were you given in your youth that you regret not using?
Oh, 100%. My mom always told me, she still tells me to this day, make a budget and stick to it.
And you don't do that?
No. And then I'm like, shit, I don't have any money. Oh my God, this is awful. I should have listened to you, Mom. I love you.
And you're still not trying?
I mean, yes, I try, and then I put it together, and I'm like, okay, this is reasonable, and then I blow past it every time because I need or want something.
My mom worked at a savings and loan for 41 years.
Oh, so she's good with the budget.
Well,
my mom's a genius with that budget.
Yeah, it didn't fall down. This fell far from the tree, you know what I mean? So, I get it. And so it's funny when I was younger, like I'd bounce a check, and you'd have thought she caught me murdering somebody, you know what I mean? She's like, Lawrence.
Oh, that happened to me one
$15.
I paid $35, okay? It never happened again.
Yeah. No, she was more concerned. They're like, hey, your idiot son, you know what I mean?
By the way, this didn't clear again. You can't get Larry.
That's right. Her savings and load street cred was shit after that, so I heard her there. So yes, make a budget and stick to it.
Yes, I'm really trying.
Yeah.
I am. This is a new year, new me.
What's your mom's name?
Shirley.
She can't be serious. She hates it when we say that.
All right. Amy, same question. What advice were you given in your youth that you regret not using?
Legit, you want to know?
Yeah.
Be smart with your money.
Really?
I like to think I am now, but sure wish I was then. How weird is that? That it's legit nearly the same.
Well, you do have the same mother, you know.
This is true.
But it's true. I was better with my money earlier.
Were you the responsible
so I
one?
kind of mothered her some too in the last 10 or so years.
It's always been like an issue that I have, and honestly, like I don't blame anything, because on my mental diagnosis or whatever, because we don't, but I think it's the ADHD, dude, because I compulsively I get worked up, or I'll have
I got $10.
Yeah,
I need some cookies.
I can't carry cash. I seriously can't. I won't, because I don't keep it around. Oh, it's just $20 on this here, there, or whatever. And 5 20s later, I'm $100 short. Like,
She can do math though.
Dude, never work for tips then. You'll always be broke, dude. Right?
And that's probably why I'm not. Like, legit, I've always worked for tips.
Well,
until like recently. Yeah.
No, I still at the bar still.
Oh yeah, you still work for tips.
But they're credit card tips, so it's different.
that sucks more now, right, man? Were you bartending back in the day?
That shit.
At the Queens, don't you remember?
When it was all cash? Oh, yeah, that's right. You make 100, you claim 5.
Dude,
We had to claim
not
our
gonna
credit card
lie.
tips, but they're...
Yeah, you have to.
I made really good tips when I worked at the dispensary, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
They tip you?
They tipped great,
bud
especially
tenders.
through the pandemic when people were like, okay, it's considered what was it considered,
Essential
business. Yeah, and so people were like, tax time, and then they got the freaking government stipends or whatever.
yeah.
I'd walk out of there on a 6-hour shift with $140 easy.
Nice.
Yeah,
Spending
tips.
those Biden bucks and those
Cash
Donald dollars, huh? Biden bucks and Donald dollars. That's what that's
Donald Doll hair, bro. Donald
Kamala
Doll.
Cash, Mike Money, whatever you want to call it.
Oh my God,
bro.
I can't with that. How have I never heard that?
This is great. I
Because
love
you don't
it.
hang around me enough. I was the exact opposite though with cash. Like I have a hard time letting cash go. My debit card,
You
on the
a
other hand,
hoarder?
I will swipe into anything.
You're like,
Swipe
freaking
the shit, I don't
pigeonholed it.
care.
But like when I'm counting out cash, like I don't want to get rid of my cash. So
You're like holding onto it with an
Yeah,
iron fist.
yeah.
Had a freaking drawer in the kitchen that the microwave set on the thing, the drawer, and that was my... It was full.
One time I was
stuffed
like,
full of
is she gonna
cash from
know?
the bar.
Like if I just took like a couple of these 20s out of there, dude, because it was
I
like
wouldn't have known.
You open it up and it was like fucking
The lettuce drawer, I call it.
The lettuce drawer.
It was pretty cool though. You don't have that anymore.
It wasn't even organized either. I legit would open it up, throw it in, shut the door.
Yeah,
and
there'd be like some 20s, like a couple hundies in there, and then I'm just like, dude, what
I
about
missed that.
Dude, I just pay
She
my.
had one of those. What is that? Like 2 gallons of wine or 5 gallons?
A gallon
of
wine
or
jug.
whatever.
It's full of quarters, yeah.
I had a box
to
under my
Mexico
bed
right
in
there.
Pueblo when I bartended, and I paid my rent in one sometimes.
A
Like
box under your bed.
Oh, but when I go
Was it
to
a
Wells
shoebox?
Fargo, the club they did their banking there, so we got to go cash our checks.
Go to Wells
You know,
Fargo.
and I'd walk in, and those tellers like this motherfucker, because I had like a stack of ones on me, like
$1.
I used to rent for my mom too.
Make you holler.
yeah.
And one time I did pay my rent in ones.
Really?
She did not think it was as funny as I thought it was. And I was like,
It's money still.
spends the same.
You said, "Hey, mom, I budgeted it, so what's it matter if it's
Where these
ones?"
ones come from?
Okay,
Queen's money.
great answer.
You should be proud.
This is the second time in the podcast. Well, the last episode was a brother and sister,
Oh, okay, great.
and they had a lot of the same answers, like
That's fun.
but some of the weird ones that you
yeah,
would
because
think.
we grew up in the same household.
Yeah.
At the exact same time.
Yeah,
Right.
well, yeah. Who's older?
10 minutes, I got her. Yeah.
10 minutes. You
she
held up for
she's
10
an old
minutes.
lady.
man.
Sometimes she's like, I'm like,
count
okay, when I was your age.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
your
I
old
just
bag.
washed my hands 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like those twins that are born at midnight and then one are like slightly before or whatever. Isn't
yeah,
that
like Wes. Wasn't
Yeah,
it days,
days.
apart? I can't remember how many days, but
what?
Wes that worked for our dad, his twin sister, they're a few days apart.
Yeah.
Poor mom.
Crazy.
Oh, but I just like, you know what? We got the one. We're good. Just
Okay, bye.
get the coat on you. So,
She couldn't leave until the other one came out.
all right. Amy, this one came from Adam Vokey. This is one of my favorite questions so far on this podcast. Would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with your future self or your past self?
Past. Save that money, honey. For real. I would.
Really?
Because when I looked at, we were just talking about the Queens.
Yeah.
If I had some of that cash,
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have to be working 40 hours a week now, plus tips, Like,
Yeah.
for real, though. Save that money, honey. That's what I would say to myself when I was 21.
Right. It's kind of slowed down the bar scene, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Has it not? It's what do they do now?
I don't know.
It's yeah. What are
There's
they?
nothing for him to do.
No, dude. Bartending was
It
a
was
blast.
like the same, right? Was the and when
We used to
I mean,
see
I
people
feel
getting
like-
tased in bar fights and all this crazy
Dude,
fun
remember
stuff.
like at the Queens when, or the club, when the Queens would close and we'd go over to the club and it'd be totally hopping and the DJ would be there and they'd
Asses
see
to
us coming
elbows.
in and it was like playing our favorite songs, getting all drunk.
Oh,
But I was
girl.
22.
Yeah.
I'm 42 now. I'm like, it's...
8:30,
Guys,
it's time for bed.
Yeah. Can I put my pajamas on? It's like 9 o'clock and I'm in bed, dude. And then I'm like, it's a school night. Gotta get up and take my kid to school. Go to work. Like
one IL just called me, said that new bar and brushes up. You want to go tonight? And I was like, ooh, how do I tell you?
It's a Tuesday on. No.
I love you,
Sorry,
Juan. He's one of my favorite people in the world.
Yeah, he used to come to the Queens when I worked there. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm gonna Batman his ass. Is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna show up and have a beer. As soon as he goes and takes a piss, my fat ass. It's hard for me to move that quick, but I will. You know.
Hey, he'd be like, wasn't Larry here?
Larry?
What's something happening?
There's a puff of smoke and that fucker was gone.
Fart in the wind.
Hell yeah. All right, Kelly. Same question. Would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with your future self or your past self?
Past.
Really?
Yeah, I actually got like emotional thinking about it, dude.
Yeah.
Like I did, because if I just had like 60 seconds, especially like the distant past, even like 10 years ago when I started this like path that I was on, that I could just say like, it'll all be worth it.
Yeah.
It's going to be worth it. Like, just hold on and don't give up, because like I never would have envisioned, like I'm biting my tongue because I don't have a signed contract, but I have an approval for some amazing things. And I just never would have thought 10 years ago that I would be here, you know? So I would just say, don't give up. It'll be worth it. All of the tears that you're crying right now are going to be worth every one.
Yeah, the tears you cry, you know, grow the flowers for later on. Though.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
25, I better be growing a damn garden. That's all I have to say.
But it's true, though.
It's amazing.
I actually posted something about that 2 days ago.
Yeah. It's amazing what you're capable of when you actually are forced to do it.
Yeah, and I don't feel like I was like
you never know how
forced.
strong you are until strong's all you have left.
Yeah,
exactly. 100%. So I would definitely, and I went over it and I'm like, well, I don't know, really. I think it would benefit me more to tell my past self not to want to give up so much.
But not be specific on what?
Yeah, just don't, every time you feel like giving up, because there's going to be a lot of them.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Back to the Future just popped in my head. Hey, don't talk to your future self. Don't talk to your past self.
Dude, you know, that's super funny, because I told my friend about these questions and she said the same thing.
Back to the Future.
Don't mess it up.
Adam Vokey had the same answer, but he kind of worded it as he would tell himself, you know, you're going to go through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But it's going to be okay.
It'll be
wear
fine.
boots.
You'll make it through.
Yeah. So it's funny you say Back to the Future, so we'll just go on, because there's some answers that I have already.
All right.
So we're done with this, right?
Moving on. Just kidding.
All right, Kelly, back to you.
Me?
Yeah, it's back and forth, sister.
love this.
Come on. All right. If you had to fist fight any beloved figure in history, who would it be?
Dude, it would totally be Gandhi.
Gandhi. Me too.
100%.
Me too.
Dude, okay, because like I'm not a fighter. And I'm not a big person. I'm not buff. I don't go to the gym. He's 5'5", and he's literally known for his like peaceful demeanor and nonviolent approach to.
So you kick a little guy's ass?
Well, I need a chance, okay? I'd have to have a chance if I'm getting in a fist fight.
I'm telling you, like, that's funny, but I had the same answer for a different reason, because I'm a chicken shit and also not a good fighter, and I know he hasn't eaten in 2 weeks, so he's a little weak, you know.
He's weak.
And you guys got
We'll
this.
just snap him.
I am getting very woozy right now. I'm like, that's the plan, bitch.
That's great.
Kelly, come over here, get some of this ass, girl. Come on.
My blood sugar's low.
You're a tic-tac, my friend. There's something.
We're so fucked up.
Yeah. That's pretty.
As people.
That's pretty much hell-worthy right there, I think. So.
It's okay that we ask for forgiveness, because then we have great hearts.
Yeah, you
just
say
need
so.
a chance, that's all.
That's what at least you sleep at night. I gotcha. Amy,
Lay my pretty head down.
same question. If you could time travel to, I'm sorry. If you had to fist fight any beloved figure in history, who would it be?
Betty White.
Betty White.
Because if she kicked my ass, I'd be all right with that, because she's freaking hilarious.
I bet she could too.
And I'm like, I would have.
Dude, she totally could.
I'd probably let her whip my ass. I've been in a lot of fights and I've never lost one, but I'd probably let her whip my ass just because she's a cute little old lady.
Right.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It would be great.
Betty White and the other one, what was her name? She was in the Brady Bunch movie. She's hilarious too. She's an older one. Oh, damn it. I'll think of it.
Not the Brady Bunch. What about the grandma off of Beverly Hillbillies?
Oh God. Yeah, her too.
Maybe that's her. I'm thinking. Anyway, I'll think of her name later. But she's fantastic.
I'm not good with names. Don't.
Yeah, but she's dead now. So in history,
Betty White's
yeah, Betty White was
fantastic.
dead. So and like she almost made it to a full century.
Yeah, she was
age,
also
like
a cultural
90,
icon, and she made a huge comeback in the last couple of years of her life.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
It was kind of cool. You know what
Even
I mean?
like just TV commercials and shit.
Yeah, but she got very popular amongst. I mean, she was Golden Girls for our generation.
forever, yeah.
And then she was just kind of Betty White, and then all of a
Generation
sudden,
before
boom.
us, she was Golden Girls.
Yeah, the Snickers commercial with her is the classic one.
Angry.
Wiley.
Where they're playing football. And
Yes,
you
I
suck.
love that.
Why don't you tell your girlfriend that? That was your girlfriend said last night or whatever, dude. She's fantastic.
I forgot about that.
She's so great, man.
Yeah, for real. So, like, if I was going to get my ass kicked, I'd be all right with that.
totally.
Yeah. At least you're laughing on the way down.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
It'll be funny. It'll be fine.
All right, Amy, back to you. Amy, if you could travel to see any musical artist in their prime in concert, who would it be?
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi, what
80s
year?
hair band.
What?
80s hair bands.
Okay,
for
I'm not
real.
gonna lie.
Or like, that was hard for me because I'd want to see Rat or Quiet Riot.
dude, and I'm not
An
into the
80s hair
80s, but
band.
Bon Jovi is my favorite. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because I kept for obvious reasons.
It would probably
of
be early 90s. Though.
sentimentality.
You'd go Bon Jovi early 90s.
Well,
Yeah. I mean,
That's a hard one to pick because he
the
was so
Young Guns
good in
soundtrack.
each-
Young Guns 2 that Bon Jovi
Yeah.
did the soundtrack for that movie.
That's my
is
favorite
still, I
soundtrack.
still have that.
She has it
CD.
on cassette tape too.
Oh,
CD.
girl.
No, I have the CD.
Which one do you still have on cassette that we borrowed for the camper?
It was. Oh, you didn't give that back.
Damn
bro.
Yankees.
Damn Yankees.
Yep, it was Damn Yankees.
that's so
Give that
good.
back.
Bon Jovi, I see.
I
isn't
got
my
that when I
answer?
was 16, dude.
It's not my answer, but I would say I'd go about 87 when Slippery When Wet was big and stuff like that. That'd be a great concert.
Yeah,
to see.
see,
You know?
I'd go for the concerts for sure.
and
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be, and I would probably want to be like 21,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You
or
didn't-
at least old enough to drink.
Yeah, have a good time. Drinking where your liver doesn't hurt and you
Yeah,
hate life the next day.
You don't
Yeah.
feel like you are,
dying.
Right.
dying the next day,
Well, I got to be honest.
like I will tomorrow.
Yeah, girl.
For one beverage.
I got to be honest, Kelly. Having you on this podcast is the reason this episode or this question came about.
I'm so happy because
Yeah.
when I saw that, I was like, this
What, the music one?
I'm
Yeah.
very,
She's
very
been with me
excited about this.
When
I
thought
can't wait
about
to hear
Kelly,
hers.
Yeah, I thought, okay, I'll actually, that's what she would be good at answering. So, Kelly, if you could time travel to see any musical artist in their prime in concert, who would it be?
Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell.
It would be either like Soundgarden, Audio Slave, even if he was just doing like an acoustic set. I don't care. Like that is one, obviously, that I'll never get the opportunity that I
Yeah.
missed the boat on.
What about what year are you thinking?
I don't know, like early
90s.
2000, late
Oh,
90s.
really?
Late 90s, early 2000s, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I like Audio Slave, but I mean, I like Soundgarden a lot.
Yeah. Soundgarden's fantastic.
I'm excited.
Although
That
it's a,
takes me back.
Takes me back.
I love
I have
it.
a burned CD, bro.
That I probably
Really?
burned for you
I think you did, actually.
on light scribed it.
No, it was Napster. Get it right.
Was it Napster?
But then you light scribed on the front, like the little.
Oh
list
yeah,
of
it
stuff.
had like that one was.
I
Not,
was
it
high
just had
tech.
handwriting.
You're
High
LimeWire.
tech.
I was a big LimeWire guy.
Rip that shit. It was. I had live.
We
Yeah.
stole the music fair
Yeah.
and square.
See, my answer was Motley Crue,
Yes,
See, that
of
would have been on my
course.
list too.
but a second one would be Linkin Park.
See,
I
I'm-
actually got to see them. Thank God.
Winchester. Okay.
Yes,
Lucky.
it was at the Summer Sanitarium in like 2002 or 3.
We
something
talked
like
about it. I was there too.
I didn't go to
No, that
one.
was the Summer Sanitarium in 2000 when I got my shirt ripped off.
That was
Oh.
Metallica. I went to
Yeah.
that one, and yeah, that was
Korn
rough.
was at that one.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was
Power Man
Kid,
5000, Kid
Kid
Rock.
Rock. Yeah.
I missed the Linkin Park one, and I was like beat myself up over that for like years because
I
Linkin
wasn't
Park has
like
always
up
been one
close
of my.
and, like I didn't get to like see the stage like I experience now because I get there early and beat people down. Just kidding, I don't do that part. But
No. Yeah, she does.
I got to see them on the jumbotron halfway across like
Nice.
the crowd or whatever.
But every
it
one
was
of those burned CDs that I mixed had some form of Linkin Park. Every single one of them.
I think Crawling would be my favorite Linkin Park song.
Hybrid Theory is the best.
it is
Yeah.
the best
I
album.
agree.
It is. I had that in Pueblo.
I mean,
and I
okay,
listened to
so
it
we're
so
on
many
the
times.
we're on the topic of Linkin Park. What do we think of the new singer? Because
I didn't think it was terrible.
no, I'm
That's
excited
okay.
about it because I'm like they could not. There's no replacing Chester. So the
Right.
fact that they came back at all is awesome, and that they have a front woman, as she has a great voice. I'm excited about it.
Journey did it.
Yeah,
Van Halen did it. Mm-hmm. So
it's true. But like Linkin Park had music though. It was kind of creepy that they were releasing the songs after Chester had died,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
kind of haunting in
that
a
was
way,
still
but it
him,
was
though.
exciting. Yeah, so that was cool. But I'm glad that they,
Yeah.
still are making music and
Yeah.
stuff. I haven't seen them obviously yet.
But I would have loved to see him, and then Pearl Jam probably also on that list.
Oh,
so.
that would be a great one. That would be a great show.
Never got to see Pearl Jam, so always been a fan.
Pearl
so,
Jam.
But that was That's in honor of you. That's
Thank
one
you
Kelly. Yeah,
kindly.
yeah.
I could talk about. We should just do a music podcast.
We could one of these days.
I'm into it.
Actually,
I'm not that musically inclined, though. I wouldn't be good for that one.
You know, we
You'd be
could talk
surprised.
about
It would be
all,
crazy,
you
though,
know,
because she'll
documentaries,
say-
music-related documentaries, because I didn't know that they had a documentary on Kurt Cobain.
Oh, really?
That's like 10 years old or something.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
Brandon has a documentary for the Mendenhall Experiment. Rob
Did
Nash has
Courtney
one.
kill him?
I didn't know, and I want
I remember hearing about that when I was
I
eighth
think
grade.
okay. So like
It was on
I
their
honestly
little TVs. They played in the corner. You remember those?
there's a
in the
lot of
middle
shit.
school?
There's a lot of shit. I really, I don't know.
Rabbit hole.
As I believe
We're
that
gonna
he
be
killed
here all
himself.
night.
I don't, I really don't know if I believe. Maybe back
So
in
neither
the day.
did Epstein, though.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I really.
Yeah.
There's a lot of evidence. I'm excited. Actually, I added that documentary to my watch list so that I could watch the documentary because I went down that rabbit hole honestly, and I spent literally like probably 16 hours, and I was just like, I didn't know this. Oh, and there was days. There was like issues with the weapon. Like,
I can't remember what podcast it was. I know Sherman Cage was the co-host at the time. We got into the argument about, because I think she killed him, and so does Sherman. Who was it? It was like, she didn't kill him.
I mean, even if she didn't pull the trigger, she had it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's controversy.
Because Courtney Love, she's not a fucking hot mess, right?
She's not a fucking psychopath. Oh, man. No, not at all, Larry.
No,
I would
no.
give you that idea.
Total upstanding member of society. Well, two
a
great answers.
cockroach.
Yeah. Chris Cornell. So he did pass.
By suicide, dude.
So, I mean, there's a lot of stress in that. I mean, I don't
They
know.
say by suicide. No, I mean because
Sometimes people just have a disorder, man. I mean, like, look at Robin Williams.
Yes.
I mean, happiest guy alive.
oh my
but
god,
inside,
see, like you're inside my head right now.
yeah.
Because I mean,
There's so many. I mean, it's a facade.
it's
I mean,
terrible. And Robin Williams even talked about like being vocal with mental health and how
Right.
important it was.
And it's
all that.
okay.
Right.
To be okay. And
Yeah.
all. Yep.
yeah.
Sometimes though they say, and it said he even there. I can't remember the quote because I posted it a while back, but I feel like it was something about it's the happiest ones that have the most to hide
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that. Like
Yes.
I
I saw that today, and it was even this one that's been going around with his picture on it.
yeah,
I can
don't
tell
know.
you, there's a lot of comedians that are seriously broken, man. You got to be to do that. I mean, you got to, what's the say?
But that's an outlet for people. Like comedy is an outlet.
Well,
music,
the equation
comedy,
they
yeah.
say is pain plus time equals comedy. So, yeah.
I guess so.
All right. Who did I leave off with? You went for, okay. Yeah, okay. Kelly. Kelly, we'll go with you. Kelly, if you could time travel to witness any moment in history, what would it be? This one was tough, but it's fun.
Honestly, like and it's because I just really want to know if they went when they said they went, and it's the moon landing, bro. No!
Did you speak that too?
Let's see if you say exactly what I said. Then.
Okay.
I think that I believe there was a little bit of
Tomfoolery?
mistruth.
I've been waiting for this one because I don't know why I just knew that she was going to say the same thing.
Really?
Hold on, I have to prove it to you because I want you to believe me. I
So,
wrote about.
why don't you believe the moon landing?
I don't know, just because it's like.
I specifically said I'd want to see Neil Armstrong's first steps on the moon, but actually go with, so I'd know if it was real or not.
Okay.
July 20th, 1969. But
I said put the question to rest. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that one too, just to see if it, but we didn't ask.
This has been a conspiracy question because
For like since 1969.
someone said Egypt last time to see if the pyramids are really.
Oh right, are they
You know.
there really? Is it like,
So the
did they have something
Despicable
to say
Me
on
movie.
when it
Yeah,
deflated? Like
Yeah.
I,
My husband really wants to go to Egypt too.
I'd love to.
I think it would be way cool to see.
Dangerous
yeah.
as shit, but yeah, it'd be cool, man.
I don't
That's
really
exactly
wanna
why I said
die,
I don't want to
though,
go.
so-
I'm like,
Yeah.
I watch that shit on TV.
Those infidels,
It looks real from here.
Yeah. My answer was the beginning of time, the Big Bang, or
Right? Is it really the Big Bang?
to
Like,
see how it
What
started.
really happened?
You
Oh,
know?
that's a good one.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great one.
Because that's
actually.
something none of us is ever going to actually know.
Because
The
you can't.
beginning of
but you can't
time, there was
because
what was there, Larry? Tell me. You
nothing.
went back.
That's nothing. There was some dude with a hammer. It was crazy as shit, man.
Like the Thor hammer.
Yeah.
I did. It's crazy that we want the same thing, but I also struggled with wanting to see like the way the Indians really lived and like the
Like Native
hieroglyphics
Americans
and stuff like that. With
Okay.
the teepees.
Oh
and
yeah, and like
firings
I
and the
would like down in the cave.
Mesa
dwellings
Verde
and
stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, inside the rock
yeah,
walls.
in that era where they
Yeah.
actually were thriving back then. I think that
Yeah.
would be so cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool, actually.
It would be cool. The Egyptian Josh gave me, and I didn't see his answer coming. the Egyptians because he feels that do you guys think aliens are
I
involved
believe in
that?
aliens, dude.
Do you
but
think they
100%.
helped build the pyramids?
Somebody had to help. There's no
Who-
way.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I'm like, that's another
I never
rabbit
really
hole.
thought about it, but I mean, I watch Ancient Aliens, so
Oh, that's addictive as shit.
I
But I
love
mean,
that show.
he feels that we were just more advanced back then. We
Sure.
dumbed down over time, which could very well happen.
sure that could
And
be
idiocracy aliens are out
Let's
there
be
that
real,
they've
you've seen
been
that
out
movie.
there longer than we've been
Yeah.
there, and they are way more advanced than we
Yeah,
are.
I agree.
Maybe that's
I
why they
believe
have
in
such big
aliens
heads.
and then coming down and like giving us assistance so that we don't die out.
Assistance.
Yeah. You know,
But the movie Idiocracy, I really feel like that is happening 100%.
yeah. Oh,
Have you seen
it's-
that movie? Like, if you haven't seen the movie, you have to. It's stupid. Get
Have I
through it
seen
because it's
it?
the dumbest shit ever.
Is that the What Plants Need movie? Oh,
Electrolytes.
Jesus. I always say that a lot, and I
Yeah,
hate that movie.
yeah.
It's electrolytes.
But
What plants
as the
need.
cars are just driving off the highway and landing in a pile, I just really feel like
they
we're there right now.
there's the joke. I got even credit one of these days. I can't remember what it is. It's been all over line lately about the Egyptian pyramids. He's like, yeah, I don't know about the Egyptians, and he goes, you know how you know the Mexicans are the hardest working people on the planet? There's also pyramids there, and nobody questions who built those.
Everybody says, hey, they got it done.
We got it. Yeah, so okay. Well, I guess we'll have to skip you, Amy, because you had the same question.
Isn't that weird?
That
Yeah.
is so crazy.
That's two that were the
Skip.
exact.
Yeah.
How many
The
questions
first
were
one,
there?
I mean, oh yeah, you're right. It's the budget one. I mean, it's
A second
kind of the
one
same.
could be like any famous speech, or like when they're signing the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
that was one that I thought about.
Honestly, I said if I could want to maybe like be on the midnight ride too. I thought about that.
Yeah.
Would be kind of cool, or like the Tea Party, the Boston Tea Party,
Right.
something like that too.
But when they're signing an important document, to sit around those people, and you just want to look at the guy next to you and be like, "Do you understand how important this is right now? Like, what's
just
gonna
so you know, here in
this
Illinois,
document's gonna be fought over for like hundreds of
in the
years."
next million
Yeah.
years, because yeah.
blood soaked, right?
It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. All right. Well, we're gonna get back to you then, Amy. Amy, who's your favorite coworker of all time?
Miss Michaela Jade.
Okay, who's Michaela Jade?
She's my little cousin that works at Concept with me.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been there about a year and a half already.
Why so?
Just
'cause
'cause
she's
I love
family.
seeing her. Yeah.
Okay.
She's like the closest thing to a sister that we're gonna have besides
Yeah, right?
this.
Agreed.
So yeah, I get to see her every day. It's kind of exciting.
That's cool. Very
And she's
cool.
20 years
She's
younger than I
smart,
am.
too, you know, like I mean, if you need help,
She helps.
she's the perfect assistant.
Yeah.
Michaela
Really
Jade. Is that her name? Is that her whole
Her
name?
name's Michaela.
What's up, Michaela? All
Michaela
right.
Jade.
Kayla,
Kelly, same question. Who's your favorite coworker of all time?
dude, Andrea.
Andrea.
Yeah, she was my coworker. She actually got me my job when I was working at State Farm.
I remember that.
So much shenanigans.
The
though.
Dirty
She's
Girl
a-
Scouts.
Yeah.
The Dirty Girl Scouts.
Well, I want to hear that
shop.
story. a little bit. Yeah.
They were shocked.
Okay, I used to drink. Okay, I used to drink. We'd have fun. No, one time she was like, come over for a glass of wine, and I was like, okay, but I could just have a glass. And she had these.
They were like
They
fish
were
bowls.
huge mason jars on wine stems, like bigger than this microphone.
Nice.
One
Nice.
glass.
I got so drunk.
You know what?
I threw up at the bottom of the driveway. I made it out of the yard at least and not in the car. But yeah, Nick was like, it's time to go home.
We've all been
But
there.
we had
dude.
all kinds of shenanigans. Even when I worked in a separate building, but we would always meet for like walks and lunch or breakfast or
Do you see her anymore?
whatever. Not as much. Like
Yeah.
I need, because she lives in like Hudson area and I live out
Oh,
here and
okay.
I don't work for State Farm anymore. And
Right.
yeah, so but yeah, we're still like, she's my friend still. So
That's
it's been 15 years.
Really?
Literally just had the 15-year Facebook anniversary a
that's
couple days
cool.
ago. Yeah.
That's very cool.
I was like, there's been a lot of shenanigans.
I wrote that question because I've always I made a lot of my friends do work. You know what I mean? Like I work
Yeah,
with some
true.
badasses. You know what I mean? I work with some fun people, man. Over
There
the
are
years,
a lot
you
of
know?
people that still have in my circle that
Yeah.
even to this day that I wouldn't have known if it wasn't for work.
Right, right. Even like the Jerry Cage co-hosted this. I really didn't know Jerry until I
Until
worked at
then.
DFA. I knew Sherman forever because it's Sherman. Who doesn't know Sherman? But
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, that's
Who's Sherman? Just kidding. Hey, Sherman, what's up?
he's
What
no
up,
one
bro?
special. Nobody special at all. So all
As you
right.
look right at the camera. and
That's
say,
right. He knows I'm talking to his ass. All right, Kelly.
Yeah.
What is the first movie that made you visibly emotional?
Dude, okay. What dreams may come.
I have never seen it.
Never seen that. What?
Is that with Robin Williams? Actually?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
maybe I
I
have
can't.
seen
Can
it.
I even like spoil it for
Yeah,
you and
spoil
tell
it.
you what the movie is
No.
about, dude? Because the movie is
Don't spoil it.
amazing.
I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
so like. The movie starts out and like it's a fucked up movie, like it really is. And to think about how Robin Williams ended his
Well, how old is this
existence,
movie?
late, like 90s.
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
It's old, but like I remember watching it and just being like moved like from the very beginning because like he's married to this woman and like their children die in a car accident and then she kills herself. Oh god. And he dies and then she takes her life and then he finds out that she's in between. Like in between then he goes to find her in hell basically because she killed her, she took her life.
Oh, she's like in a purgatory.
So yeah, her soul was like amending for its lessons or whatever.
Have I never seen this?
Dude, look at my arm hair sticking up right now because he goes and like basically they're just like nobody comes back from there. It's not gonna happen.
I'll be damned.
But, I mean, I can't tell you the rest of the movie.
I'm gonna go home and watch
because
that.
Yeah,
you
me
can
too.
find it on I think it's on Amazon Prime or something for like four bucks.
Oh my god, $4.
I'm gonna go home and watch it too after I get a beer with Juan.
Juan, I'll be there for that beer.
That's cool. I have to go try. Have you seen?
And it's messed up, dude, the movie. But I mean, I guess.
Have you seen Where the Red Fern Grows?
Yes.
I haven't seen it. That's another one
What?
came
You've
up on
never
this.
seen Where the Red
No.
Fern Grows?
It's pretty good.
This
No,
podcast
not
is
the
going
book.
to get me to watch a shitload of movies.
That book made me cry when we read it in like middle school.
Yeah, we were in like 5th grade.
Yeah, read the book and then you got to watch the movie at school.
So the Robin Williams, you just sob at that one every time. The Robin Williams
Yes,
word dreams they come.
we'll get
Okay.
a box of Kleenexes,
Yeah.
or at least a little pocket pack of Kleenexes for that bitch, bro.
The older I get, the more sappy I get. I cry all the time. That movie's like,
I do, and I'm just like, okay, it's because my ovaries are dying. You know what I mean? I'm like super emotional all the time.
at least you have an excuse.
Yeah, and so I can't even.
His ovaries aren't ever
I'm like, it was a commercial, and I'm like, it got me there. Let's go to the store.
I start sobbing like a big bitch. I'm by myself, still making excuses.
I've been watching this TV show, yeah.
Because something in my eye, I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to right
And
now.
I literally
dirt.
found myself, I scared my dog the other day because I was watching that TV show when I got The Long Lost Family or whatever, where they find the adoptees, they find their...
Oh, I've never watched
They
that
find
one
their
yet.
birth families or whatever, or the people that gave up their kids for adoption, they go searching for their kids
Okay.
or whatever. And I literally was like... Oh, ugly, cried at it.
Yeah.
And then I was
That's
like,
how I
oh,
was
I'd be
when
embarrassed
I used to watch-
if there was anybody here.
Coming home, it was about the soldier family, the
ones,
military
I can't watch that
families
without
going
crying
home.
either.
Yeah.
Nope, just ridiculous.
I'll have to check it out. Amy, same question. What is the first movie that made you visibly emotional?
My girl.
Oh, yeah. that
Oh,
one's
it's Macaulay Culkin.
It was the
tearjerker,
bees,
too.
bro. Like I was
No,
like, did Thomas try?
Jane can't see without his glasses.
I know it made me cry.
Like, now
Like,
can't.
yeah, it still probably would, but
Yeah,
it was
you know what?
traumatizing because we were like,
Abby
what,
had me
7?
watch that probably about 5 years ago, and I cried. Mom, are you crying? Yes, I am.
So, yeah.
I damn sure am.
That movie traumatized me, and now I'm like, I got extreme allergies, and I'm like, am I gonna die if I get stung by a bee?
But you got stung by a
My
bee
whole
finally,
life,
and you
and
didn't
this
die,
last
though.
year, I finally got stung by a bee, and I didn't die. So
Yeah, so we were
I don't fear
curious.
it no more.
I'm like, do you have your EpiPen? It's in the
My mother is extremely allergic to that kind of shit, and I never knew if I was. And
Yeah.
I had a wasp nest growing in my
paranoia,
in my
bro.
door of my house.
Ew.
And then one day, it whap, right in the back of the head. So I start calling my friends and nurses, and like I'm
Give me the Epi.
Yeah, no, I'm a big bitch. So
And it all swelled up. I can't even sleep tonight.
I'm like, why aren't you answering? So finally, my friend Alicia, what's up, Lush, is a cancer nurse in Pueblo, and I call her, and I'm like, I got stung. I don't know if I'm allergic. Mom's allergic.
Am I
She
gonna
goes,
die?
is it hot? Are you feeling woozy? And she asks me questions. I go, no. She's like, you're probably okay. Quit crying like a little girl, Larry. But if any of that
Stop being a
happens,
bitch.
take your ass to the doctor, Larry. I'm like, okay, Alicia. Thank you."
Little Benny drill, you be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna die then.
She's like, how's that guy not dead yet? You know,
I just love him.
big bitch.
That's funny as hell.
So, but yeah, it was not enjoyable. Right in that. Yeah.
I got stung in the armpit.
Oh, I got
On the
stung.
tongue.
3 times. Oh yeah, I was eating a cheeseburger at Car Show a couple of years ago, and a bee was on my cheeseburger, and I didn't know that, and it stung me on the tongue.
Yeah,
that was seriously
wild.
the most excruciating. I was like, "Ugh," and it was like drooling, and there was somebody. We were talking. Somebody had just walked up and was talking to me, and they didn't know what happened, and
It was all
and it was so
swelling.
embarrassing. I was like, I'm really sorry. I got stung by a bee on my tongue. Can we talk later? Like,
I got stung in the ear by a bee in high school to track me. I thought it was a leaf that blew my ear, so I went to go and wham! My ears swelled like. Oh,
did you get like cauliflower ear?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was horrible. So
They thought you were in wrestling.
yeah, they knew better. But yeah, all right, 2 great answers. I have seen that. Yeah, my girl.
Yeah, okay, I could see that being
Yeah,
is
that's
a tearjerker.
That's a
still.
tearjerker.
It
So
is.
To this day.
all right, Amy. Next question: what obstacle in life continues to challenge you?
It's the fear of rejection. I have extreme anxiety over I had to write this down because it gives me anxiety. Let me go back and say how I wrote it down.
Okay.
It's managing my self-doubt.
Okay.
I beat myself up over everything, even the smallest little thing.
Yeah, same.
And that's what the anxiety associated with the failure is super real for me. So super. And sometimes it's over the dumbest little things and things that I probably should.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, fuck that. It's wild.
It's amazing how little people think of you, you know, and I'm the same way. Like,
and then it's like you're worried about it and they don't give a fuck. They didn't even think about it. They didn't even notice what you're picking picking yourself apart for doing. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry I did that. What?
See, I even had to go look because I get all anxious over just.
Was there something that brought that on to begin with?
No. I just think I've always been like that.
Yeah.
It's weird. Even way back in school,
I think it runs in the family.
I would not. I would think I bombed the test and I'd be up all weekend about it, all ass over elbow, and I'm like frigging nailed it with an A. Like I'm really good with all kinds of things, and I have beat myself up like over my job and stuff. And I'm like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Why do you worry about that shit?
I'm the same way. I'm a warrior by nature, man. So it's. That's a good answer. I totally get you on that one. So
yeah, dude, that's crazy. Mine was similar, not the same, but very similar.
So Kelly, what obstacle in life continues to challenge you?
It's self-love and the fear of rejection and understanding that I'm like worthy of true love, happiness, success. Yeah. Because I have this huge problem with, and now not so much, because like honestly, dude, for the last probably 2 solid years I've been going through therapy, working with a psychiatrist. I figured out what the issues are. I definitely have the ADHD. It's hyperactive and attentive, but I also have been recently realizing with the help of professionals and going through the therapy that when I was misdiagnosed as bipolar, I actually had borderline personality disorder. So
wait, what?
I just found that out yesterday. Actually.
Wait, what?
Yesterday,
dude,
that's huge.
We're putting this stuff together very recently.
You're genuinely surprised. This is the first you're hearing of it.
I didn't tell her that actually.
But
I didn't tell anybody that.
Relief, though.
We were going to dinner tonight to actually talk about it as a family.
Because you're gonna get.
It's like the cool thing is
relief.
like I don't need medication.
Yeah.
It's just therapy, and I've been doing the stuff.
Good for you.
Because that's why the medications fucked you up so bad.
Medications didn't work, dude. I was dying. Remember when I told you that time that I was on all those meds and I stopped taking the meds because I was fucking dying from them?
Yeah.
Because they weren't working. Because I didn't need them. But there is still like a disconnect, and I have issues, and that fear of rejection and that like self-hatred and saying, oh, I don't know who I am. I can't, like, people say, oh, well, who is Kelly Paris? And I can't like take away from, I don't know and break the silence. I don't know how to. I'm Amy's sister. I'm one of the Harris twins.
And I'm Kelly's sister.
Like,
I don't have my own
most of the time I'm like and I'll say it's Kelly, but hey, oh my God, you're not Amy.
Well, there's this one girl, don't fuck with me, Kelly, I worked with you for 2 years at the dispo. I'm all this was at the restaurant. I like pulled out my ID. I'm like, really not Kelly. Oh my God, you're not Kelly.
How did I not tell you I didn't have a sister? Sometimes it happens still, but like, so like very recently I just put those answers together, and it was kind of something where I was like, I know something is going on.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I'll have, when I get emotionally overwhelmed and I don't give myself the self-care.
The overstim is real.
Emotionally overwhelmed or overstimulated or whatever. I have what I always used to just call an episode because I didn't know what it was. I would have like a fit of rage, like blackout rage over the stupidest shit.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out, and I'm doom scrolling like now feverishly, like going through people's reels who are talking about what it's like to live with bipolar and what it's like to live with borderline and how the two are different. And I was like, oh man, these people talking about splitting and having this like cycle, of like emotion. I'm like, oh my God, that's what's been happening to me all this time.
Wow.
But I don't need no medication. Well, the ADHD med, actually, I've been taking it for about 4 months.
Yeah, but did they even say like
it's
they
helped
don't
me
treat
out
borderline
a lot
with meds?
No. You treat the symptoms, which like my anxiety or my depression.
But like ADHD is one of the symptoms.
Symptomatic.
It
what's the word?
coexist
Coexist a lot. So So it's kind of crazy. That's the self-love is the biggest one, though. We'll circle back because I kind of squirreled and then we got off track. And that was
Shiny
crazy.
object syndrome.
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
That's the ADHD, bro.
Well, I'm glad that question came with you on
Me
here,
too.
so-
I was excited about it.
Yeah.
Like, for real. I read that question and I'm like, ooh, almost as excited about the music one. But I had to really dwell on it for a minute.
When I wrote that question, I honestly thought like
Well, what's your answer to that question?
Yeah. I wanna
obstacles. It was procrastination is a big one for me, and
Why
the
do
self-
today what I could put off until tomorrow or next week?
I sometimes have an issue with that too.
well,
It's a real thing.
and then the self-love thing too. You know what I mean? Like
And I even had to read you mine because it's like we're not the same where that comes, but like
still,
I
like,
think our anxiety
neurodivergent,
is a lot the same.
Right.
Like I know the answer to that question
Right.
and I had to look at it because am I gonna say it right? Oh my god.
right,
You know, like it
right.
that's my form. I don't know if that would necessarily be ADHD, but it's definitely anxiety.
Yeah.
Like
No, I
overstimulation.
I have a lot of,
like,
I mean, I've really, it's always been why when you asked me earlier for the number, I was like glad that you asked me first because for me, it's always been 3 groups of 3. I check the doorknob 3 times. Did I lock the window 3 times? Did I check the back door? You know, whatever. Click, click, click on my car remote. It's always been 3 groups of 3.
shit. You've been like that for a lot.
OCD.
We
I've
were
had
kids.
OCD since
She
I was
tie her
little.
shoe, untie her shoe, tie
You
the
know
shoe.
she
I
should
don't do that anymore. But I wrap my shoelaces around my shoe 3 times.
You know what you should do? Check your budget 3 times. I'm with you, Mom. I'm with you, Mom. I'm with you, Mom.
You're
Look
right.
at how
I
much
do
more
need
money
to.
you would save
Yeah,
if you would
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
3 times
Really,
as much.
you're right. I need to look at my budget at least
I'm
once.
teasing.
Even
I'm-
if I look at it once, we're winning at
Don't
this
let
point.
don't let the pot call the kettle black. Trust me, dude. I don't do it either. So great answer
hypocrite,
though.
Larry.
Oh shit! You know it's funny though. Everybody's answered that question except for one. Well, I related to that too. I related to their answer in ways. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow,
People
that's
are a lot alike,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
And that's why I like so much, like, obviously it's what I do. I think it's like my God-given path. It's
Yeah.
because I can understand that
Oh, empathy.
so many people are the same but different, you
Yeah.
know? Because it's
Yeah.
like, I can relate to that in some aspect.
Right,
But what works for me might not work for you. What worked for you might work for somebody else.
right, right. Also with me, I'm very gullible at times. Should I say gullible?
I say I have a problem
take-
with boundaries and saying no to people, so then it makes me do things that I don't
Well,
necessarily think I should be doing.
I take
or
people
want
at their
to be
word
doing.
way too much.
Oh, I'm
That's
guilty
it,
of
but that is
too.
a form of
and
being
then you wind
gullible,
up
'cause I
getting
do the
hurt.
same.
You
Yeah.
have a big heart, and I want to take
Right.
people and give them the benefit of the doubt and see the best in them, and then you wind up. I mean, she's seen
And then
it
do you beat
for-
yourself up afterwards?
A little bit, a little bit. So
I mean, how many you've seen it happen to me over the years? How many people have I gotten into like hurt over in
Yeah.
trusting them to be
Who they're not.
whoever they say
Or who
they
they
are,
said they
whatever,
were.
Yeah.
or even like when they're succeeding at something, they tell me they're succeeding at, and I'm like, why am I not?
Then I
I'm
feel like a
in that
failure.
situation right now, and I feel like such a failure. And
Yeah.
I'm like, we're gonna figure. It works for some, and it doesn't work for others. And
Yeah.
there I am beating myself up because it is not working for me.
But-
so I'm going back to the beginning. I'm gonna start over because likely I'm missing something.
You just change the plan. You can change the plan 100 times. Don't ever change the goal, the outcome, or whatever. It's gonna
Yeah.
yeah,
come.
there's 100 different ways to get to
I
the
think
grocery
why
store.
I always, had struggles with leveling up or whatever. Because I mean, I have to appreciate. I'll be like thanking my friend Emerson for turning me on to the Think and Grow Rich idea because like I went through the platform and was like, oh my God, it's the power of positive thinking. It's
Yeah.
your mindset. If you like, I was just like, oh damn it, I failed, and throw that shit out the window and rebuild from the ground up. No, just
What if you only have to take one step back?
Just restructure the plan. You can change the plan 500 times. You just keep the same
Mindset
objective.
matters. I say that all the time.
Yeah, you do. So like, it's but I think that the disconnect that I had with that, all of that, was like not figuring out what. I don't want to say what was wrong with me because I felt like something was wrong with me.
different.
But now I'm like, oh, okay. I just have to learn this a different way.
Yeah.
I can't go to school and write it down like everyone else. I have to experience it a different way. Like it took me a solid, literally, I've been saying, oh man, I felt like I was failing. I don't have like my business, my ducks in a row, whatever. I don't have a book. I don't have an outline on anything. I literally, after I started taking the ADHD meds, realized that my focus and clarity was a lot, more on
Right.
point. And I created a fresh outline literally for every all 6 branches of my business, and now it's in a little book that I could give somebody when they ask me, what does break the silence? Oh, well, let me show you.
Doesn't that organization feel amazeballs?
Yeah, it took me 3 months to build that. Yeah.
For me, I started listening on TikTok, and I know this sounds dumb, but all like the inspirational.
No, that's not dumb. I do that all the time.
So there's one called Superior Man. Some of it's dumb, but a lot of it is he's great. But the one that really appealed to me is, and it's the dumbest advice, and it's so obvious, you just don't follow it sometimes, is the only person you're in a contest with is yourself.
Oh, right.
And I've told myself that over and over when I get like...
You're always going to be the winner in your book, so...
Well, yeah, I don't know why I'm concerned with what the hell that guy's doing. Like, I got my shit here. I'm okay.
I relate to that because I'm always like, I'll compare myself to somebody who's doing the exact same thing at the exact same time. They had done something slightly different and they're winning, and I'm like, bringing up the rear.
Yeah, I'm like, I post a video on TikTok and it's got like 600 views, and then you have people who are making 50 grand a month.
I just started doing the TikTok reels, TikTok BS.
Whatever they call it, influencers or whatever, and I'm just like, What am I doing wrong? I like to talk, but nobody's listening to what I have to say, apparently.
Yeah. And as for that stuff, and I'm guilty of this too, it's just a matter of learning how the whole shit works. You know what I mean? There's like a formula to
Sure. It's an algorithm. But the only thing about it is, right, though, doesn't it change like every day? Yeah. Like, I got really good at the Facebook algorithm when that performance bonus stuff came out. Yeah. And I was like,
I think mine doing
pretty decent. And now I'm like, I do really well. I enjoy Facebook and the stuff that I post on there. I do it because I want to. Yeah. But like, there are people over there too making 10 grand a month, and you're like,
but why not
me? Yeah, I got a deposit for like $14 for Facebook, and I was like,
I got $13 on TikTok
at
McDonald's. We go in Arby's.
No, for $14 you're not.
For $14.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah,
they got the 5 for 5. Once a year we can go to Arby's.
You can get the 2 for $6, bro. The roast beef sandwiches or whatever it is. Yeah,
it is though. There's a system to it, and they're not going to tell you that.
But you know what? If you worked at it hard enough, you'd be able to figure it out too. That's my point. You know what I mean? Like, some of these people have no jobs.
How much harder do I need to work?
Yeah, right.
This is their job, Amy. This is what they do all
Monday
day
through
long.
Friday, 8 to 5 or whatever. Yeah.
So, yeah, like when you get online and play video games and there's someone who stomps your ass, you're like, well, I have to go to work because I don't live with my parents, you dick. You know,
Sorry.
I don't live in
Modern Warfare, only from 5 to 10, bitches.
Right. But good for you. You shot me 14 times, you piece of shit. All right.
Your mom's calling. Dinner's ready.
Yeah. All right. Amy. What person has made the biggest impact in your life, present and company excluded? So you can't see your sister.
This is big, and like I'm gonna just say because there's 2, right?
Oh my God, I hate you. Why do you
always
ask
her
the
first?
question
Because she has the same answer. Yeah. It's my parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dad, because he distilled like the work ethic and my love for the auto industry and what I do. Right. And I thank him every day for that. Like in my mind, I'm like, I'm here because of you. And Mom, her budget savvy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. Because I have these morals distilled because of them. So like I still get to do what I love because I did what I love with him until he retired. Yeah. And I still call Mom up and I'm like, oh, she's all these bills and oh my God and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, remember what I said all these years, write it out. And like, she's always right.
Yeah.
Mom's always right. Yeah.
It doesn't matter how old you get. Like there comes a time when you're like, my mom was right about damn near everything. And Shirley, you must be serious. Because
don't call me Shirley. Yeah.
That's what she says. We say, Shirley, you can't be serious. And she's like,
I am serious.
Don't call me Shirley.
Is that your answer too, Kelly?
Yeah, my parents.
But why?
Oh, well, obviously, yeah, for the same, because I was like, geez, Dad ran his business for what, 45 years?
42.
That's 42 years, okay? That's like longevity right there.
And Mom helped a lot there, too,
savvy man. Mom did all the books, everything, but she was like always there when we needed her. But that too, and they're like, marriage. 50 years, bro. We celebrated last year.
51.
That's awesome.
That's crazy, right? So I'm like looking, they literally been through thick and thin, up and down for 50 years. Good and bad, yeah.
What kind of parents were they? Were they laid back, hardcore?
Like, dude, the best parents. Like, honestly, dude, we were kind of assholes.
If we needed it, we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we got our...
And they would say, no, you can't have sleepover at your friends. And we get all pissed, but they were right. You know?
Right, for like everything.
For whatever reasons.
Yeah, and if we did get our our discipline, it was well warranted.
Yeah. It was earned like a prize. It was
like a prize, yeah.
But I'll be honest, you guys are both parents, yes? Both mothers?
Yeah.
Someday
got my little human.
Yeah, your kids will be the same way with you too.
Can
you know
change
what I mean?
some shit too, because I'm like, I'm never gonna be,
I'm never gonna scream and yell at my kid, and then I'm like, did you just say? What I think you said?
Yeah. My point is, though, you might not be as good as your mom in some respects, but you'll be better than others.
I feel like I'm not as good of a parent as my parents were to me.
But
I feel inadequate as a parent sometimes because, yeah, I look at, but I feel like I know, especially because, maybe nobody's perfect, obviously. Like,
Right.
our parents were first-time parents, and they got 2 assholes for the price of one. But it was like they did the best that they could with
Right.
what they had. And I feel like
doing the
I'm
same.
doing the same. You know what I
Right.
mean? So,
Right.
like, I only know what I know.
But that's my point is you
love
have a
it.
different skill set than they had. You know what I mean? Like you have different
Different
experiences
It's
than
been
they
40
had.
years,
so
bro.
you'll be able to teach your kids.
I feel like we're great parents.
Yeah.
You and Tyler do a great job. You and Nick do a great.
Yeah, we
Abby is
co-parent,
wicked
like,
smart and totally
she's
artistic.
extremely smart.
My cute
Yeah.
little baby's a lefty and she's learning Spanish now. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, they're so
Like her auntie
intelligent.
Yeah.
I'm like, where did this come from? Because I know habla español.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, in like 20 years when your kids are on this podcast, I'm old as shit, and I'll be like, how were your
Yes.
parents? And they'll be like, our moms were awesome. Couldn't budget for shit, but they were both awesome. And I'll be like, I know,
See, I
Shirley.
can't budget.
I know, Shirley.
Yeah, I wish I still had that drawer stuffed full of cash.
The Kelly Bank. All right.
Yeah, she'll remember that I took her to Red Rocks for her birthday 2 years ago.
For your birthday.
My kid will remember that.
No, for
I took
Abby's
her.
birthday.
I thought
Yeah.
you took Amy. I was like, it's your birthday too.
Yeah,
Selfish.
our
Don't-
birthday. Actually, didn't we go to? Yeah.
Not Red Rocks, though.
It was Red Rocks, and it was not Herman's, the Fillmore. It was that. What was that?
Oh, yeah.
Monster
With
Rockstar
Ashley went with
Energy?
us.
Yeah, remember when Mike the Shit? Thank you, Mikey Florian, for those tickets all those years you worked for Pepsi. Yeah, dude, we went to the Rockstar Energy Rockstar Energy Fest or whatever, and it was 2 days, and there's all kinds of metal bands, and they had like the pre-show at the Fillmore, and it was like Mushroom Head, Il Nino, all kinds of crazy
That's
shit.
where I got that shirt from.
And then it was what shirt?
Il Nino. Yeah.
No, we got the Il Nino show from the Hermans. Shirt from Hermans.
Oh, whatever.
Herman's Hideaway?
Herman's
I don't
Hideaway.
remember any.
They
And
played
she
the whole-
remembers the
they
shows like
played
photographically,
They played that
and I'm like,
Revolution
God,
album.
I made it
It was
through.
their anniversary, so they played the whole album. Come on, I remember this. It was fun. Asking Alexandria was at Red Rocks with Trivium and Avenged Sevenfold that year. Remember?
No, but I must have been there.
You were drinking. I drove us.
That's good. That's good.
I
But
had
who
this
had the better
thing
time?
called
But I
alcohol.
thought-
I
Wasn't
can
that
remember it. I had the better time.
Probably. It was fun. All those Bud Lights.
I got a white tank top from that show.
Jesus. All right, Rain Man, you ready for the next one?
Really good driver.
All right, Kelly. What is a deal breaker on a first date?
Dude, okay, talking about your ex.
Oh,
So fucking
that's a
annoying.
great answer.
Yeah.
That is so true.
I'm
I've
like,
never actually
really-
had that happen to me,
It's
so
happened
that's
to me
not my
twice.
answer.
And I'm like, do you want to get dessert?
Check,
no.
please.
I have the diarrhea shits right now, and I go home.
I did a little. Right now, I gotta.
This dinner didn't sit well, bro.
There's a funny word where I come from called short. Are you familiar,
Yeah,
sir?
dude.
You know?
And,
No, I've
and
never
I was
had
just
that
like,
happen,
and it was like a friend
thankfully.
that set me up with the guy, and then finally I was like, dude, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, I know, they just got divorced, and I felt like, you guys might click. And I'm like, if you would ever just like stop talking about her literally the whole through dinner.
Is there ever a situation where you would ask about an ex on a first date?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it would depend. I don't know. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I
You
met
mean
this
like
guy
ask if
one
she has
time.
like STDs or what?
Yeah.
What's up with your
Where'd the bumps come from, bro?
crazy
Where'd the bumps come
ex?
from?
Yeah. I don't know.
They spell
never
something
thought
out. It
about
looks
it.
like it's. Oh God.
What is that?
Who's Jane, bitch? That's a
Or
great
they all got the
answer.
neck tattoo and it's all like Amelia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Who's that?
That's a great answer. That's the first one. I haven't heard that one yet.
yeah,
so.
definitely talking about your
Luckily,
ex.
that's never happened to me, but that's a
Yeah,
good
it's happened to
one.
me
I would
twice.
leave.
Deal breaker. I mean, if they drove, so like I couldn't just be like going to the
There's
bathroom and
it's
check out.
2025. That's fucking call an Uber.
Oh, I could do that now, but you're happily
cost you
married.
$12.
Yeah.
I would do that. I would
Yeah.
seriously do that if I went on it just in the day and age. I got Uber now on my phone.
Amy, same question.
Yeah, what's yours?
What is a deal breaker on a first date?
If the date picks up the tab and don't tip the waitress,
Oh.
buy a fucking Felicia for real. Like
Tightwad, son of a
Well, and
bitch!
then it also shows like a disrespect.
Yeah.
Like it's disrespectful.
Agreed.
Well, that's
or like,
just-
what if they're treating the servers like garbage?
Like garbage, that too. That goes.
Yeah.
hand
That's
in
never
hand, I think,
happened
kind
to
of,
me,
yeah.
but I think I would be like.
I have a friend. We were just
disgusted.
talking about that last night, and she's like, "Well, the first date with him, and he was like rude to the wait staff, and that just don't sit well." And I'm like, "Well, did he tip?" She's like, "I don't know. I didn't even get that far."
You look though, don't you?
I do.
look-
I don't
Yeah.
know because I am a server though.
Yeah.
I'm always like, even if they kind of suck or whatever, if it's not
Yeah.
their fault, like I still tip, but it's not like phenom.
Yeah.
But like most of the time, it's 20%. Like
Right. There's times I overtip from, like, 'cause I lived off tips for many years.
yes,
Yeah.
and I will overtip, especially if if I can tell they're having a bad night, but
Right.
they're good at what they do because
Right.
then you
or
just
if
made their
they're
day.
being,
Yeah.
Like if your date is being a dick to that person, I
Oh
would
yeah.
be like,
And I would never
oh my
go.
God.
I wouldn't even if
What
they
would
even
you
try
say?
to
Like,
text
I
me.
think I would say something. I would
would.
be like, "Whoa, who the fuck do you think you are, bro?"
I would just because
But I don't know. It's never
server.
happened. But you're not dating. I mean, I don't know. I could. I guess I could.
you just use that
I
next
have
time
that
somebody
experience. I hope I
chips the
don't.
bill.
Well, I think
cheaps
it's
the bill.
I think it's a proven fact that however they treat that server is how they treat they're gonna treat
yeah.
you.
Or like
Or
if
maybe
they're
they
talking on the
treat
phone
their
to their
mom.
mom and they treat
Oh,
their
yeah,
mom
they
like
treat
shit
mom like
or
shit. It's a
say
hell
shitty
no.
shit. No,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
You only get one mama.
Those are great answers. Those are original. I haven't heard any of those yet. So
Yay.
yeah, very good. Very good. All right, Kelly. No, wait, who you went first? You went first. Okay. Sorry. Amy, if you won the lottery, what is the most completely unnecessary thing you would buy?
A helicopter.
Yes.
Like
that
I
would
want to
be
get
so
places
cool.
fast. Like I'm going to Vegas, bitch. Get in. Like
No shit. It cost me almost $600 to get to Vegas and back last year.
Get to the chopper.
Would you have a name for it?
It's all tumor.
The chopper.
The Chopper.
I mean,
Yeah, you
I
would
didn't
have
even
to.
think about that. I would have
You
to
would
be the
have to.
chopper.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you would have to have like a blowhorn that when you push
Like
your
an air
button, it
horn,
says
yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
So it has to be in Arnie's voice, or it's just not gonna work.
It wouldn't be, yeah.
It
For
would have
real
to
though.
The
I mean, and I'd have a
chopper.
helipad.
now if you want to live.
Yeah.
Come with me if you want to live.
It'd be cool if you had that old cholo. Now that would be cool for the
it like
chopper.
fizzled out at the end.
And then it's all.
It would be so funny.
That's what I'm saying. That's good. That's a good one. Kelly, same question. If you won the lottery, what is the most completely unnecessary
Unnecessary
thing to
item.
buy? Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! For real, 100%. I would buy a subwoofer wall like the one that Marty had on Back to the Future.
Oh, sweet Jesus. That is unnecessary.
And
but
I
totally
would. It would be
cool.
way better though, because it wouldn't like blow up.
It
the
would
first
blow
time
your
you used
hair.
it.
Like,
Oh, it would do that by all means.
what else
No,
would it
honestly,
do?
dude, because like really though, I would have it in a perfect world if I won the Powerball or whatever, or
Yeah.
like when I manifest my dreams and I have
Yes.
the venue of my dreams on my property, it's going to be
Can we have a
like
bowling alley there,
barn.
too?
Cool, it would have a bowling alley. Barn. Why not? I hate bowling, but it's cool. Kids like it. People like bowling. It's fine. But it's gonna be like the wall will slide open, and it's gonna have like a 40-foot stage with like custom sound and
Nice.
everything, with a wall of subwoofers on each side.
And we'll call you Amy.
Oh no, I have these.
I can't
really
already
cool,
can't hear.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have
yeah,
these really cool
yeah.
loop earbud thingies.
Okay.
And they're awesome. The only regret that I have is that I didn't spend the $30 on them years and years ago.
Yeah.
Because I can hear absolutely everything, but it's not muffled. It's clear as a bell.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm talking on the phone.
Okay.
They're awesome.
That's awesome.
I need a pair of those if I'm ever going to a show again.
I'm telling you, dude.
Like
you're
I'm
getting that
telling
age
you,
right.
for real.
For days. And then I'll get
Just
to
came in
work.
the
Like we'll go
super
on a
cute.
Friday and I'll get to work on Monday and I'm like, what?
What
They
are
look
those?
like it even looks like I'm wearing an earring, dude.
Yeah, it does. Huh.
They're badass. Best $30 I ever spent. No.
Let me see it.
No. She
I
says
want those
no.
back.
All right. Great
Yeah.
so far. One last question.
Yay!
Amy, what is your favorite childhood memory?
There's so many.
I know right away what mine is.
It was the bikes and the mud puddles and Dad's old dirt pot lot at that little tiny one-stall garage shop he used to
remember we used
have.
to ride the bike
and the
with you with
rooster
the-
tails would go
But
up.
they had
And so
training
one of us.
wheels, so we parked the training wheels.
This is how far
over
back
the
it
mud
was.
puddle.
The training wheels and the bike in the mud puddle, and she would stand behind it, and I'd pedal the rooster tail at her, and then she'd do the same to me, and we'd come home a filthy damn mess.
Yeah,
it
Mom
was a
didn't
lot
like
of fun.
that.
Mom
Yeah.
didn't like it. Dad liked it.
About what age,
funny.
you know? If you had to guess?
Training
Probably
wheels, like
Training
5 or
wheels on
6.
the bike for
Right.
sure. Little.
Little.
I had training wheels as a junior in high school.
Yeah. Oh, right.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Just kidding.
Plenty.
Where do we start?
That's a good
the
memory. Summertime or Christmas are the two biggest answers for that usually.
Yeah,
you know,
and it was in the summertime,
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
guess, because it
yeah.
was when it was raining. Like, It would be a thunderstorm come through. And
Right.
Yeah, but it was like over there where
Wasn't it
you remember
Carwin's?
behind. Yeah, because it's over there behind Blowdorn Lumber, right? They had those old grain
The upholstery
elevators.
shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like the trucks would come through, so there was always
Oh,
the
yeah.
really
Digs.
Yeah.
Ruts.
big ruts in the so they filled with water.
We had the Honda Hills. There's
Honda Hills.
That's what they called them for some reason. There's a bunch of like bike trails on this like construction site, man, and it was. I look back
Oh
now.
yeah, there used to be. They filled it in as the sink pond or whatever off the highway between
we used
here
to go
and
there a
Brush.
lot.
There are big concrete slabs everywhere, right? So,
Go there a lot and ride our dirt bikes.
yeah. Back in there, that's where.
Almost broke a lot of bones there.
Yeah, then
Almost,
you lucked out
but
because a lot of
not
people
quite.
broke a
Luck
lot
out.
of shit there. Yeah.
Cody broke his
Collarbone.
something.
That
A
hurts.
3-wheeler.
All right, Kelly, what is your favorite childhood memory?
Disneyland with the parental units.
Oh my God, yes, we're
For
planning
the
the trip back.
because we're gonna take the little humans.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
How old were we?
We were
Middle
like
school.
12 the first time.
Yeah, middle school. I can't remember.
Disneyland or
God,
Disney
Mom,
World?
Disneyland.
See, and
Oh,
I've been
California.
to Disney World, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, let's just fucking go there, okay? He's never been. And they're like,
Yeah.
no, we're not going to Florida. I'm like, you're missing out.
I don't even know. Will we? Who knows what it's gonna be like?
So freaking much better.
Right.
I've never been to Disney World. I've been to Florida, and I don't
We
want to
did
go
get
in
lucky
the
to
summertime.
try.
Yeah.
See, because I think Florida at
'Cause it's
Christmas
hot
time would
and
be
so
absolutely
fucking
amazeballs.
sweaty.
It's not going to be sweaty pits.
Grenada
It's
would
gonna
be nice.
Hot, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did what it was like. It was like Thanksgiving time. Actually, we went. If you go the week of Thanksgiving,
and then they do
literally
Christmas overnight.
the next day, you can't. You go on Thanksgiving and the
Black
park
Friday,
closes or
Christmas.
whatever. You go in the next day and it's fucking Christmas, dude.
Wow.
They changed everything,
They're
including
Disney.
yeah. And like including the inside of the haunted house. They turn
Really?
it Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That'd be very
yeah,
cool.
we will. I don't know what it's gonna look like. It'd be cool if we did Thanksgiving to Christmas. If we
Yeah.
did that for the kids this year. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Somehow we're planning a trip to take the kids because Abby's been
12.
asked. She
She'll
went
be
when
11.
she was 3,
How old's your daughter now?
11.
All
She'll
right,
be
so
12 by
so okay.
almost to the day, 5 years apart. It's kind of creepy.
Like Abby was born on August 1st and her due date was August 3rd.
Oh, wow.
first. They had the same due date. We found out on the same day, only 5 years apart.
Yeah, you know what this bitch tells us? We think she's dying. She's like, I gotta get you. I went to the doctor. And
This
it's like,
bitch tells us.
Yeah,
That's how that story
I
started.
know. She's
Tell 'em
like,
that.
oh, she has these
I
like
made 'em think
fibroid
that.
tumors. We're like, is it cancer or
I
what?
had to go in
You
and
know?
get this. I was supposed to go in and have the surgery, and then I came home. I called a meeting. I'm like, because I couldn't have the surgery. This is how they tell me, we can't do the surgery. Why not? Well, because you're pregnant. What baby? I wasn't planning on that. She followed us home
How'd
from
that
Vegas.
happen? How'd that happen?
What happens in Vegas
Doesn't always
stay in Vegas. Yeah.
So then I go call their meeting and I told them, well, I can't have the surgery or whatever. And they're like, why? What's wrong? And I was like,
Well,
but they
there's just
said
some things that I need to talk to
I need
you
to
about,
take
and we need to
these
do it as a family or something.
pills or whatever it was. They gave me some sort of medication. And then they're like, oh my God, for what? I was like, but it won't hurt the baby.
Yeah,
They're like, what baby?
you dick.
You dick.
I even called Tyler. I was like a crazy mess. Like I was all crying and upset. and
Well,
like,
you're telling me over the phone.
God.
Well, you didn't come to the
I didn't go to
appointment.
the doctor by myself. So I didn't know. We
You
were
were
not
at the
planning on
dentist.
that.
You were
so
at
I
the
called
dentist.
him up and I was like, I'm not alone anymore. He's like, what are you fucking talking about?
Not alone anymore.
I'm like, I'm not alone in here anymore.
Are the voices gone, Amy?
I was like, overwhelmed. Like I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that.
That's hilarious.
But thank God it worked out.
That's cool. Very cool. Guys, this has been so much fun.
Heck yeah, I love coming on.
This is what I was hoping to. That's yours too.
That could have been a party foul.
We need to go have this with Juan.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I'm
There's
going.
your drink one.
When I started the new podcast, the Cage brothers are the ones who gave me this idea to bring family on, friends on, coworkers on, a pair of people.
who have like close relationships.
Well, because it's been fun having you two on
Yeah.
for the same time. You know what I mean? Because
Agreed.
you relate to each other.
Okay,
and
how much of those answers were the
that's
same?
kind of creepy.
Yeah.
a little bit. I
That's
can-
cool, though.
Like, I feel
That's
like
all
it was
right.
gonna happen though. I knew it was gonna happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
But
was
you
a good
guys
time.
need to watch that movie. What Dreams May Come.
I will. Actually, take it.
Seriously need to.
But before we go, I do want to say thank you to the Brush Emporium. Thank you so much for giving me this area down here to have a podcast. This is the first time down here, right, Amy?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so
Well,
cool.
not like I've never been down.
I don't know if you
before,
sneak
but
down
We've been to
here.
the Emporium a bunch,
You,
but I was like,
you eat here a lot.
yeah,
It's good stuff.
it is
What's your favorite thing?
just regular pepperoni pizza.
You can't beat
You
it.
just can't.
Pizza's awesome
It's
here.
so good.
210 Clayton Street,
love
man.
pizza
Come on down. They have an antique store upstairs now. They have a bunch of food upstairs.
there's some
Vegan
art and
pasta.
all kinds of
There's
cool
some
stuff.
art. It's a great place. They have board games now. If you want to bring the family down here and play some old school board games.
Ooh, pizza
We played
and
Uno the
games.
last time we ate.
Did you?
Yep.
Who won?
Haley.
Of course.
Kicked ass,
She
huh?
cheated.
She probably did cheat, I think, if I have to remember right.
Damn it, Haley. 210 Clayton Street. People who own this, or it's a local family business. If you don't support small town business, it goes away, man. So please make sure you come down, support these guys. If you like this podcast, make sure you support them because they support this podcast. They make it possible for this to happen. Also, if you had fun today, on the bottom right hand corner of the screen, there's a little red dot. That's our subscribe button. Click that. It's a small click for you, but it's a huge click for us, man. Tell your friends about the Plead the Fifth podcast. Almost said the Bullhucker. I'm trying my best. The Plead the Fifth
Plead the
podcast.
Fifth. Oh, it was cool because there was no skip worthy questions either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can skip a question. I was like, what if I don't want to, bro?
Yeah. Well, that's why it's the Plead the Fifth podcast. If there's something you're not comfortable with. So,
I love it.
Yeah. So
I'm
that's-
excited.
Yeah, I'm
When are you gonna
excited
have
too.
us back?
in 12 weeks, because then it'll be
I'm
all new
down.
questions. Yep. And if you're interested in coming on and bringing a friend, a coworker, mother, daughter, father, son, whatever, cousins, whatever,
cool.
you know, come on in. I'll let teenagers on if they're with their parents.
Husband, wife. You should do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or whatever they want. You know, actually, husband, wife is going to be. I don't know. Come on. Oh, tomorrow. Yeah. Sure.
Someone's
Jerry,
coming in.
Jerry Cage and Felicia.
Oh,
That's
that'll
going to
be
be
fun.
awesome.
Yeah. So, but thank you guys so much for coming on. This has been a lot of
Yes,
fun.
thanks for having me. Every time you say, I'm like, I'm in. All I gotta do is ask.
First time.
Yeah. That's all right, though. We'll get you
I
back.
didn't do the Halloween this year.
Oh, and also, if you guys think of a question for me to add to the list, let
Oh,
me
okay,
know.
that'll be fun.
Yeah, I've had two
I'll think
questions
on it.
already added, so
Oh, sweet.
they'll be coming. So, and I'll give you credit for them. So, anyway,
Sick.
guys, thank you so much, and we'll catch you next week.
Leave me hanging. Oh, I did it again.
Did what?
I just had a fresh tattoo last time.